Yes. Yes, welcome to biology online class from the Gopi Krishna High School. Today we will discuss about that required materials for the photosynthesis. If we observe the overall equation of the photosynthesis, what is the equation of the photosynthesis? 6CO2 plus 12H2O gives rise to C6H12O6 plus 6H2O plus 6O2 and sunlight, chlorophyll. If you will observe all this equation, entire this equation, several factors are related in the photosynthesis. What are the factors? The factors related in the photosynthesis are carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and chlorophyll. These are the important factors related in the photosynthesis. All these factors, they are influence the rate of photosynthesis. Like in chemical reaction, photosynthesis also, each and every factor is influence the rate of the photosynthesis. For example, carbon dioxide. If the carbon dioxide is available sufficiently, then the rate of the photosynthesis also will be maximum. Suppose if the availability of carbon dioxide will be very less, then what will happen? Rate of the photosynthesis also will be very less. In the same way, remaining factors also, even water. If the water is available sufficiently, then the rate of photosynthesis will be maximum. Suppose if the water is not available sufficient, then the rate of the photosynthesis also will be very less. In this way, all the factors, each and every factor is controlling the rate of the photosynthesis or influence the rate of the photosynthesis. All these factors related in the photosynthesis, they are broadly classified into two categories. What are the two categories? They are external factors, and the second one are the internal factors. All the factors of photosynthesis, they are divided into two categories based on their availability. Suppose if the factors of photosynthesis which are available outside the plant body, they are called external factors of the photosynthesis. What are the factors are present inside the plant body? They are called internal factors of the photosynthesis. The external factors are water, carbon dioxide, sunlight. These are the external factors of photosynthesis. The internal factors of photosynthesis are chloroplast, yes, chlorophyll and enzymes. These are the internal factors of the photosynthesis, but these two are present in the chloroplast. That's why simply we can say that chloroplast is the internal factor of the photosynthesis. First we will discuss about that water. Water is the important external factor of the photosynthesis, and its formula is H2O and the chemical name is hydrogen monoxide. Water is essential for the process of photosynthesis. Yes, it was first proved by von Helmont. This von Helmont, he was conducted one experiment on willow plant in the year 1648, and he proved that water is essential to increase the plant mass. Water is essential to increase the plant mass. Von Helmont Von Helmont, he was first found that water is essential to increase the plant mass. To prove this, he conducted one experiment on the willow plant for 5 years. Now we will discuss what is the experiment of this Von Helmont on the willow plant. Yes, look here, plant dry mass. Yes, dry mass. Initial weight. Yes, initial weight. Yes. After 5 years. After 5 years. Weight. Next, change in weight. Change in weight. Yes. Yes. Look here. Yes. Yes. What is the initial weight? While planting this willow plant, it was about 2.27 kgs. The weight of the willow plant was 2.7 kgs when Von Helmont was planted. Then he provided soil, dry soil, about 90.72 kgs of the dry soil. Later, he provided the water, regularly provided the water. After 5 years, the plant was increased in size, plant mass also increased. And what was the weight was increased during these 5 years? And from 2.27 kgs to plant mass was increased 76.74 kgs. And the soil mass was decreased 90.66 kgs. Yes, what was a change in the weight of the plant and weight of the soil? Look here, 74.47 kgs. Yes, how much weight was increased within that 5 years? 74.47 kgs. At the same time, the soil mass was decreased from 90.72 kgs to 90.66 kgs. That's why. And what was the change? There was 0.66 kgs weight was decreased during this 5 years. By observing this, we can say that water is the essential to increase the plant mass. Who proved that water is essential for the plant mass? Von Helmont. Von Helmont was conducted the experiment on the willow plant in the year 1648, and he proved that water is essential for the photosynthesis, or water is essential to increase the plant mass. Yes, after the water, what is the next factor? Carbon dioxide. Yes, the formula of the carbon dioxide is the CO2. Where it is present? In the atmosphere. What is the atmosphere? The layer of air that is surrounding the earth's surface is called as an atmosphere. It is constituted several gases constant such as nitrogen, oxygen, carbon monoxide, helium, neon, krypton, xenon, water vapor, dust particles. Like these several constants are there. This air is important for the survival of all living organisms. So, air is air photosynthesis. Air is essential for the survival of living organisms. Joseph Priestley, and he was conducted the experiment in the year 1770, and he proved that what air is essential for the survival of living organisms. Air is essential for the survival of living organisms. Yes, how he proved that, or what was the experiment of this Joseph Priestley? Priestley was first, he took the one burning candle, placed the candle on the table. Candle is burning continuously. Later, he inverted one glass jar over the candle. Yes, when he inverted the glass jar over the candle, after inverting this glass jar also, candle is continued its burning for some time. But after some time, the candle was turned off. Yes, why candle was turned off? Or why candle is burning? Even glass jar is inverting over the candle, because inside the glass jar also there is a air. It contains oxygen. That's why candle is burning continuously. After some time candle was turned off. Why? Oxygen was exhausted. Yes, or completely over. Yes. So exhaustion of oxygen, candle was turned off. And another reason is during the burning of the candle, carbon dioxide was produced. So this carbon dioxide is also important fire extinguisher. It can turn off the flame. So the candle was turned off by two reasons. One is depletion of oxygen and release of carbon dioxide. In the next experiment, he kept the one burning candle on the table, and he placed one rat also. Yes, one rat also inside the glass jar. One rat also. He placed one rat also inside this glass jar. So, yes, and he noticed that the rat got the asphyxiation. Yes, candle was turned off, and rat also got the asphyxiation. Rat also got the asphyxiation. Asphyxiation means breathlessness. Breathlessness. Yes. He noticed that that candle was turned off very early than the first experiment. Why? Burning of the candle and breathing of the rat both are require the same gases constant, means oxygen. Both are releasing the same gases constant, carbon dioxide. That's why candle was turned off very early than this first experiment. In the next experiment, this Priestley, he placed one mint plant also. Yes, along with the rat. Yes, he placed the one mint plant also. Yes, this is the mint plant. One mint plant also in the glass jar. Yes, but this Priestley noticed that candle is burning continuously, rat also living without any asphyxiation. Why? So this mint plant is restoring the air present inside the glass jar. That means mint plant only release of oxygen required for the breathing of rat and burning of the candle, and mint plant only removal of carbon dioxide produced by breathing of rat and burning of the candle. Yes. So in this way, he found that air is essential for the photosynthesis. In this experiment only conducted, and in the year 1774, he discovered the oxygen. Yes. Joseph Priestley only discovered the oxygen in the year 1774. In the year 1770, he told that, or he found that air is essential for the photosynthesis, and he discovered the oxygen that is present in the air in the year 1774. But he didn't name this oxygen. Yes, later in the year 1775, Lavoisier, yes, he studied the properties of oxygen. both physical properties of oxygen and chemical properties of oxygen, and he concluded oxygen is one element. Oxygen is an element, and also he named the oxygen. So oxygen is discovered by Priestley in the year 1774, and oxygen is named by the Lavoisier. So who named the oxygen? Lavoisier. Who coined the oxygen? Lavoisier. Who studied the properties of oxygen? Lavoisier. But oxygen was discovered by Joseph Priestley in the year 1774. In atmospheric air only, carbon dioxide also present. Yes. So this carbon dioxide is one of the important inorganic raw material required to the plant body. Plants are required the carbon dioxide for the photosynthesis. It is constitutes about 0.03% in the atmosphere. What is the percentage of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? 0.03%. Yes. How this carbon dioxide is enter into the plant body? Generally, carbon dioxide is present in the atmosphere. That's why all the terrestrial plants, you know what are the terrestrial plants? Plants which are grown on the land are called terrestrial plants. All the terrestrial plants, they can use the carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere. So this carbon dioxide is directly diffuses into the tissues of the leaves through the stomata. So in the terrestrial plants, carbon dioxide is diffuses into the tissues of the leaves through this stomata. These stomata are present on the epidermis of the leaf. So that's why in the terrestrial plants, carbon dioxide is diffuses through the stomata of the leaf. But what about in the aquatic plants? You know what are the aquatic plants? The plants which are grown in the water are called aquatic plants. How aquatic plants are getting the required carbon dioxide? In aquatic plants, carbon dioxide diffuses from water to the plant body through their epidermis. Why? Carbon dioxide is well soluble in water. It is stored in the water in the form of carbonate, bicarbonate, carbonate and bicarbonate. Carbon dioxide is dissolved in water and is stored in the water in the form of carbonate and bicarbonate. That's why in the aquatic plants, CO2 is diffuses into the tissues of the leaves through their epidermis, in the form of carbonate and bicarbonate. Yes, in the terrestrial plants, the availability of carbon dioxide for the photosynthesis, it is regulated by opening and closing of the stomata. Yes, but in the terrestrial plants, CO2 diffuses through this stomata, but aquatic plants, carbon dioxide is diffuses into the tissues of the leaves through their epidermis. Okay. Yes. So tomorrow we will continue the remaining chapter. Okay, thank you.